A very good evening, everyone. Welcome to the semi-finals of the Futsal Oz Cup. Live from Series Futsal Arena in Thomastown. You're here with Han Solo and Josh. Josh, it's the finals, not the semi-finals. Exciting times. And we've got Carlton against Fitzroy. Kind of the second on the ladder against, I think it was the fifth on the ladder. Carlton finish off second last
yeah.
on top of Phoenix. How do you see the game will plan out tonight?
Well, I'm hoping there'll be something from Carlton that's special and they can win this game and shock everyone, but the pundits will say Fitzroy is going to take it out pretty convincingly.
I think even Carlton came into the game already know that they're going to be defeated by Fitzroy when they saw the fixtures and went, oh no, why can't we have Acu or Phoenix? But that's the way the draw is. And speaking of who is on the squad and the impact that we might make, first touch there, I think it was from Danny Gajauj. She's number 19 for Fitzroy. We've also got for Fitzroy tonight number 13, Claudia Frescalzo, as they're just kicking the corner right now. Ball goes out of bound. Number 2, welcome back, Dharma Georgie. Number 10 is Emily Kapok. 7, welcome back also Steph Otto. 23, Diana Frescalzo. 32, the goalkeeper, Elizabeth Eyre. Number 3, Rebecca Berry. And for Carlton, for the lineup tonight, number 1 in goals, Paige Daly. 17, Mariella Begang. 4 is Amy Whiting. 9, Sahili Carrero. 22, Lara Gallagher. And 17, Katrina Salakides. Welcome back. So very slim squad for Carlton.
I think what's going to play against them as well is Fitzroy's going to be very hungry to win this after slightly losing that title to Evolution. They won on the final day. We were there for that. It was awesome. So they're going to want to get some silverware on the board, and this is their chance.
Absolutely, and for them it's just going back to winning terms as opposed to not winning, because they didn't finish off the end of last season too well with a couple of losses in a row. So they're just going back to how they would play, and players that brought back like Dharma and Steph will make that impact.
I mean, it was really that one game that they kind of fumbled against. Was it Preston? It was Preston.
Yeah.
That really cost the whole season, and, and it went right down to the wire. And if they had just won that game, not just won that game, I mean, obviously it was difficult. They put off something that was truly amazing, but if they had got it there, it would have been a different story. They would be champions again.
Well said, and we're kind of missing a few players for Carlton, and they know it already. Didn't really confirm as to why they're not present for tonight's game. As Fitzroy, they're moving just the ball around, and Carlton just creating that block wall. Amanda Oraha being one. Yeah. Lethal left boot not playing. Layla Abdul-Latif not here. Beck Catterwell. Am I missing somebody? Amina Sharifi.
Yep. Oraha's going to be a big one because she just came out of a big, whole bunch of form that she garnered in that last game. What did she hit, 5?
Yeah,
goals?
I think it was 5 goals. And she won Youth Player as well for the season.
Yeah, true. So she's coming off so much, and then she's not here to give that, which is just so sad to see because Carlton are actually playing quite well right now.
Defensively, yeah, they're holding up, not allowing Fitzroy to score or make it trickier for them to score because they know how lethal they are when they have that ball. And saved there by Paige Daly. The ball looks like it's going back to Frescalzo, Claudia, to Diana. A bit of a 1-2, but again, defensively, as Amy Whiting on the counter. Ball goes wide. Long throw. Gadauge, left boot. Not working much this evening, but it's going to be a corner kick.
Every shot they take, it gives me heart palpitations. I'm like, oh, it's going to go in. It's going to go in.
So corner kick across the face of the goal. I think, who was there? Stefato was there. Oh no, Frescalzo.
Well, that's a poor mistake. You don't usually see that.
No, I think Liz Eyre normally kind of takes the shot at goal, but her passing it on was unexpected. Begang to Whiting, couldn't bring it to ground, just kind of head-butted it. That's more of an outdoor soccer move than futsal.
I think one of the things that to take note is Carlton might start off really well, but the thin squad list. This thin squad list might come back to bite them in the second half. They might run out of steam, run out of stamina, which is what happens against Fitzroy. Have a really packed lineup this time out.
Yeah, and they'll utilise that, the best they can, and they can run the entire game without even any rest. So for them, they're very fit. Carlton, they've just got to reserve their energy, not take too many, energy wasting runs, and probably let that ball kind of move the way they want it to move, play the way they want to play, as opposed to chasing their toes the entire game, because they're just going to be tired and Fitzroy's going to outrun them.
Do you focus on defense? If you're the manager, are you coming out there saying, okay, girls, let's park the bus, let's go for the counter-attack? What do?
You just play defense. And then when the counter-attack comes, then you can allow a player forward or a loose player forward. But the entire game, I reckon, just not concede as many goals as you can. And they're doing well. They haven't not allowed Fitzroy to take any really dangerous shot at target, especially Goodell just struggling a bit.
True that. I think one of the things is, that was almost a chip. It came down fast. I think one of the things as well with Fitzroy that you have to take note of is if you give them a lot of shots, play a lot of deep defense, you're going to give them more shots, basically. And that increases your chance, because they're just going to keep going for the second chance. If you let them have possession the entire time, they're going to blast those shots and make you pay.
But also Carlton, they're known to lose the ball. So if you've got the ball, each kick has to be accurate. You can't intercept it. Again, Fitzroy. They've read that play too well.
Right in the middle, the worst place to lose it.
Chip again and header. Just not on point as Frascalzo intended it to be. But if Carlton just continues what they're doing now and just rotate the players, ensure that everyone's got enough rest and not waste too much energy.
Maybe. Oh.
Yeah, Fitzroy would do that all night long. Just the 1-2 there. Right, it's the cutback. It's bring the ball wide and then cut it in, and that's just chaos play. And as a keeper, it's very difficult to stop those plays, the cutback, because you don't know if they're going to take a shot or they're going to pass it on to the middle.
You're almost guessing.
Exactly. So tag your plays. I think that's what Carlton is really trying their best to do right now. As we see Emily Kapok on board, so she's previously been Golden Boot winners. It's just only been recently where Claudia Frascalzo have taken that title away from her, but she can score if you allow her any chance inside the D. We've called her Queen of the D for a reason. She's just such an intelligent player inside that D area.
And she scores in a different way to Frascalzo. She's so much more, I guess, dangerous in the air from the aerial as Frascalzo heads it on.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
She is as well, but I think Kapok's at next level.
She can bring it to ground, turn, and take a shot.
Hold up play.
Yeah, exactly. Where Frascalzo's, she can run with the ball from the back line. And that was a close one once again with Goodell. She's definitely banging on that door. But they've definitely got to tag Danny Goodell.
And Kapok.
And Kapok, yeah.
And Frascalzo.
The entire team.
Just even Liz Air, you literally have to stop her from shooting too.
Jimmy Sufis and Scotty Rogan, you got to stop them as well. You never know what they're capable of on the bench. So the counter is on, but Sahili Carrero on the court now, and for Fitzroy, number 3, Rebecca Berry on the court. So substitutions for both teams. Frascalzo lines up, but ball goes over the top. Bit too heavy touch there. Underarm throw. Carrero. Ball still juggling in the air. Left boot. Believe that was from Salakides. Long throw. Maz did well to intercept that. I think Salakides just rolled over the ball.
They're playing well, though. I mean, if this is how they're playing without Latif, Araha, Cadwell, they're doing a very, very good job. Commendable effort.
They've definitely come in with a tactic, and it shows. Turn over the ball. Salakides got in the way. Ball is still live. Dharma Georgie keeping it inside for Fitzroy. Lays it off. Berry couldn't put a foot on it. Friscalzo can go. This is where they can be dangerous. Bit of a 1-2. Save there by Paige Daly.
She's been very good. Very good this half.
You're going to jinx it for sure.
Oh, I know. I do it every time.
You say something and then the next kind of play was just...
Yeah, you're right. You know what? She's been so bad. This is the
No,
worst
no.
I've seen.
I don't know what you're doing. No, it's a timeout called by... Was it timeout?
No,
They
they
I
just...
thought it was timeout. Never mind.
I think it was a
I think-
turnover.
Okay. The arm was...
Yeah,
the
I know,
whistle on
right?
the arm was a bit... I don't know. I'm a bit confused there.
Oh.
Oh my gosh! How did that not just roll in there? That ball slowly kind of went out.
Like
That's
on the line, just like balanced. Close to it at least.
Carlton have got now 8 lives out of 9. Save there by Paige Daly.
Oh.
Footy kick!
Oh,
Oh, if only Paige could really nail that.
so fast the camera couldn't keep up.
Good forward pressure coming from Carlton. Long throw from air. Kapok couldn't bring it to ground. Not the best kick out from Salakides. Berry couldn't punish. So corner kick. And 12 minutes in, still no goal scored by Fitzroy. I feel like the first one, once it comes, it'll continue coming. And that's usually Fitzroy.
It'll change the game. They're hanging on. They're putting all their effort into keeping it 0-0. And they're doing a fairly good... I mean, like, again, they're just playing very good defense. They just need to translate that into maybe a quick counter-attack goal. Just if they get that goal, it's a little bit of a lifeline that might carry through the game.
Well, they haven't really got anyone that can really do a fast run. They're playing a lot of players back. So the moment that ball goes forward, there's no one there to lay it off to. No one's doing the other run. You've got someone possession with the ball. No one's doing the additional run down the line. And this time around, it is a Carlton timeout called. So let's take a break. We'll see you after this. Welcome back. It's the semi-finals of the Futsal Oz Cup here on Wednesday night. Women's Futsal here in Thomastown. Carlton versus Fitzroy. Still 0-0 here. 11.5 minutes to go in the first half. And that was a timeout called by the Hearts. And there's a couple of fans in the stands. And I think there's a few people, some scouts out there. Italian scouts.
Italian scouts?
Out there on the stands.
It's scouts from where?
From Italy.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be clipped. God damn.
Watching a few of these players, I think they're playing an international cup. Oh my goodness, that ball is still live. How's Paige Daly not bring that in? Eventually she got there in the end.
Oh, so there's an international cup, a futsal cup or outdoor?
I think it's a FIFA one. I'm not sure.
Okay. A FIFA futsal?
Yeah. Could be the first one. But it's not Italian. I think it's somewhere. I don't have all the right information.
Okay.
I think they're keeping it just as a
little
secret for now until they know exactly who's on the squad. But there's a Australian competition, futsal one.
There is just an Australian.
I think they're introducing it as well.
Wait, FIFA?
No, football. Australia or Football Victoria. They're starting a futsal competition.
Oh, that would be interesting. A women's one as well?
I believe so. I think there will
Thank
be a
God.
men's, a women's, and a youth. Again, I'm just hearing from
Just hearsay right now.
Yep.
I mean, it's always the gossip.
Oh, and Kapok turns low ball, fast ball through the legs of Paige Daly, and before you know it, Fitzroy have broken the deadlock.
I mean, you got to give them entirely credit. It was well worked, like absolutely well worked. They knew exactly what they're doing. Look at that turn. That's just so good.
Kapok showing everyone how it's done.
I think Friscalzo just sent that to outer space on the way back in.
Like a boomerang.
Oh. Well, that's changed the entire dynamic of the game 100%. This is going to be an uphill battle from here for Carlton.
Well, if Carlton scores the next one, who knows? Could be game on.
They could. I believe in you guys.
But in terms of statistics, Fitzroy have more of the possession. They've kept the ball more in their forward half. So Carlton, they just haven't had that ball move forward at all. So it was bound to happen in terms of the stats. And Kapok, just brilliant goal.
That's the way to do it, though. It was purely well worked. The turn was amazing.
You did not expect that whatsoever.
No,
You
I
had
did
no
not.
idea that was coming.
I thought it would be like a tap in at the back post. I was like, that's how it's going to score. Tap it at the back post from probably Friscalzo. No.
Kapok, solo effort. It was a good pass coming her way. She had so much space because she didn't have a defender on her. I think Maz was meant to tag her, but by the time she got to her, just had so much space to turn and just went for goal.
Slotted in too easy.
And near post too, so it was just centimetres from Paige's right foot. So it had to just be pinpoint perfect timing. She makes it look so easy.
Kapok?
Yeah.
100%. Too easy. It's almost like I could do it. I definitely could not, though.
You probably can.
I have. You know how people have 2 left feet? I have literally 0 feet. No feet at all.
As Friscalzo's on the move. Can she do a similar thing? And who's in the back post? Is that Kapok?
Maybe.
She had the opportunity to tap it in for a second goal. Wow, that was a good move there.
Did you see we were both silent from that because we just did not know if that was going to bounce in or not? It was just so close.
So throw in. Paige collected. Has to wait for some players to move. Not the best move, but can Carrero get there in time? Ran into a bit of trouble. Friscalzo getting sandwich. Whiting. Wide to Begang, but she couldn't control the ball, so now it's going to be a Fitzroy throw-in.
I think Fitzroy, what they need, they'll be looking to send a message to Evolution with a big win. So it's 1-0 now. They won't stop. They want Evolution to know that they're getting hunted until the final, because Evolution, they match up with Evolution in the final, right? Yeah?
Evolution's not playing in the cup.
They're not playing in the cup?
No.
What?
They've withdrawn themselves.
That is, I knew that.
So the next game, which is the second game of the semi-finals, will be Preston and Acu. So whoever wins this game will verse the winners of the second game. And then next week is the finals.
Well, now I feel quite silly.
That's right. Yeah, so Evolution not partaking in the cup. So Fitzroy have a real good chance. And the save there from Paige Daly, not allowing that cup through because Goodell just lurking in the back post. Underarm throw. Mariella Begang tries to use her head. Oh!
They look alright though. They look okay. They're getting up. Whoa.
It was 2 players in the air and then crossed over. But I don't think they didn't touch each other.
The camera made it look like a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Carrero did get her team a corner kick. So chance here for, is it corner or throw in?
Corner, throw in.
Corner. Okay. It just took a while for them to set up.
Actually, it is throw in.
Quick movement here for Scalzo against Paige Daly. Paige got it to it first. quick throw out, just couldn't get to Mariella Begang, and I think she's the best player to be in that D. I feel like Amy Whiting should be in that position.
For the header, she did it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, she did. Yeah,
literally.
2 of them, in fact.
Yeah.
So
Best player for sure.
gotta do that again, Amy. You're too wide. They've got you in where Amanda Raha is, or in the flank. You've got to be the target if you want to have those long balls. Carrera can turn. She can turn. Still going, but in the end, Friscalzo got no way.
Do you think maybe they need just to last this 5 minutes and get to the half time and get their rest? Because, again, maybe that'll start to play a part of the game very soon, the thin squad list.
Oh, absolutely. Like, credit to them, only 1-0 in this. But as we mentioned, they've got a low bench. So it may impact them in the second half.
Hopefully not. Hopefully they just continue like this. Make it a very competitive, interesting game. It really has been. I think everyone, again, we thought Fitzroy guaranteed would be up a lot by now, but no. Carlton have put the...
Oh! Save by Paige Daly. That is the reason why Carlton is not losing by a lot.
Player of the half? Most definitely.
Oh. Paige is just on fire. Oh, a header. See what I mean? Amy Whiting, you got to be there.
Ooh.
Because I don't think even Liz Ann knew it was kind of going to angle into that direction. But luckily for her, it went wide. But
headers really are the hardest thing to judge as a goalkeeper, I think.
You don't know how fast it's going to go in which direction. And because it's all in the throw as well. And in futsal, it's such a short court, so you don't even know how it's going to lay out, as opposed to an outdoor.
You have more time to react. True.
Once again, the long throws back and forth. Under 3 minutes, can Carlton find an equaliser, or Fitzroy, with the help of Gadauge, could possibly find a second goal coming into the halftime break, but Carlton, they've just got to hold on. So Gadauge finds a run in of Otto. Gallagher to bring it in for Carlton. Hart. Whiting to Carrero. Shot on target, just not that fast going towards a goal. Otto to Berry. And Paige got rid of her, but it's going back to Friscalzo. Takes a little goal. That was very close.
It was audacious from there.
Can you imagine?
With her form right now, Paige Daly's, that's a very disrespectful shot. You're not beating there from there. Or maybe you will. I don't want to jinx it. All
right, less than 2 minutes as we see Dharma Georgie coming on the court. Good to see the Fitzroy bench just allowing game time. That was not the best pass through. Can Fitzroy punish? No. Goes back to the feet of Georgie to Gadauge, and excellent defending there coming from Gallagher. Corner kick for Fitzroy. A minute and a half for Scalzo. How did that not get in? It ricocheted off Berry and Begang. I think Carlton's used 4 lives already. They're probably...
Maybe it's that goal. Maybe that goal has some magic.
You've got like...
a spell.
Yeah.
Because they have been unbeatable. Apart from that one time, they've been so good. Like Fitzroy actually look unable to break the wall.
Carlton just needs some scoring shots. That's where Amanda Raha and Layla Abdulatif comes into play. And Beck Catterwell.
Yeah, imagine those 3 were playing. I mean, the offensive threat that they would bring as well.
Fitzroy with the offensive threat. Not threatening enough. Gadauge, she's in the best positions, and the ball that assists to her is second to none. She's just, I feel like she's rushing it a little bit. She's just got to have a first touch, know where the goal is, and go for it, because that rush ball, it's not going into her favour.
Do you think the nerves maybe are getting to her from, let's say, the last whole half of not being able to score? Maybe that's playing a part.
Yeah, possible.
in her head.
A lot of pressure when you have that moment and you miss again and again and you kind of like, don't mess it up, don't mess it up. Whiting again, she's going to be in that D. This quick throw out. It's the last play here. Saved there by Paige Daly, and that's just enough time for the ball to go out of play. Halftime whistle blows. It's Fitzroy 1, Carlton Hart 0. We'll see you right after this.
And not looking good for Fitzroy. There it is. Evolution. Right back into action. Well, up to AKU to finish it. 2-0. There she beat. There's the second. And there's one step close. From that. Big long shot there. Bottom corner. 3-0 already. 16 minutes to go in this half. It's going to be a long clean. The amount of shots never it is. Can't miss that one. Very big. 9-0.
Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the halftime break. It's the second half of Fitzroy and Carlton. Fitzroy with a goal scored in the first half from M. Kapok has kept them in the lead so far. Will there be more goals in this half, or will Carlton remain a very disciplined defensive team and not allow any of those shots to come through? You're here with Han and Josh. Josh, entertaining game. Did not expect this whatsoever.
It's been pretty good. Carlton have, you said it, sums it up pretty perfectly. Their defense has been pretty bad.
Oh.
I tried to jinx it so they wouldn't score. But no, their defense has been pretty good. There it is. As I was saying it, I just saw her pick the ball up. I'm like, oh no. It's a goal. Like right there. Look at that. Just kapow.
Nothing anyone can do. Like,
No.
Claudia Frascalzo is just so dominant in those plays. Quick plays, steals the ball off anybody, and it's the run and the kick. You can't stop her. So we're talking about different plays and what they do. Oh, saved by Paige Daly. Second save. No. Can't happen. Dharma Georgie once again on the scoreboard.
Oh no.
It's happening all here.
It's kind of, they lost that momentum that they had, that form of defense in that first. It's like they've just kind of crumbled in that first Is it been a minute?
Minute, yeah,
Oh,
2
God.
goals in a minute.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. I feel like if the game had kept going and they didn't have that break,
They would have been fine.
they would have been fine.
Yeah, but I feel like Fitzroy resetted, kind of gathered their thoughts and their game plan and went just goal-scoring machine in 2 minutes.
They have a chance still. I don't think they're out of it just yet. But they need to change their tactic completely and look more for a more forward approach.
Wow. And both the goals are from, well, the first one from Friscalzo, solo effort. She's just so dominating in that, particular area.
Yep.
When she's got her kicking boots on, she's got it on. Like, unstoppable.
I do apologise to Carlton for jinxing that right there. I really do.
We were really trying to say nice things, but it didn't work in Carlton's favour on that occasion. And then the second goal, it was one of the best split saves I've seen from Paige Daly, and it just, the defenders were trying desperate to kind of follow that up and defend the ball, but Dharma Georgie was just in the right spot at the right time, and credit to her, she's just got her kicking boots on, and that shot was just so accurate. You can't stop that. So Fitzroy, before you know it, 3-0. And Carrero, again, you stop the ball, but there's no counter for Carlton, and I feel like a lot of their goals just has to come from counter-attacks.
It's hard when you have a thin squad, really. It puts a lot of pressure on the players on the field. If something's not working or players having an off night, you haven't got the opportunity to change it around. They really could. I think if they had the 3 big players, Araha, Cadwell, and Latif, they would have an offensive threat, and they might have come into this game with a bigger chance to win it.
Or even just Amanda will be all right. Or even Bet Cadwell. I
One
feel like
pure goal scorer.
Yeah. I feel like if sometimes when they do have too much on the bench, you don't have enough game time. So it was a round where they had like 4 on the bench, and they lost because players won't come on, and you kind of lose that momentum when you're not on the court. And I feel like Carlton plays better when they have less. Never mind, I've jinxed it once again. Claudia Friscalzo went, "What do you mean they play better? Watch me score this goal, and let's watch the replay."
Oh no!
If one's gonna come up, because did she change boots? Because
Did she?
I'm saying something happened in the halftime break that kind of went. Claudia Friscalzo went,
Next level, like she just put it up.
She wasn't Claudia Friscalzo in the first half. She just didn't score, except for that. And then,
bang.
5 minutes in, or how many minutes in, she scores 2 goals.
Well, look, I think maybe this second half was written in the cards from the start. They got not lucky, but a little bit fortunate that they didn't concede more. It was Paige Daly heroics. This half, not so lucky. Not so lucky.
I feel like it's a similar pattern with Fitzroy when they played the first game of the night. They're either like the middle or the end of the night. So the first half, they're kind of warming up. They're getting their groove. And then once the second half rolls in, they're just like, all right, we're warmed up now. We'll start scoring. We see a lot of games. It's almost like a mind game. You think you're ahead. And you're like, oh, this is not going to be not a bad, game tonight against Fitzroy. And then in the second half, they start scoring. And a footy kick from Paige Daly! Oh, my word! That's all that's required from the captain and goalkeeper. Left boot magic. Let's see that once again. Look at this. Bam. Lizette just couldn't get a finger on it. She falls right into the goals too. Josh, Paige is on the scoreboard. She's not even, hasn't been for the entire season, and in the cup from a footy kick, she gets a goal.
Oh my, that literally, in all of serious futsal, might be the best footy kick I've ever seen. Oh my, just from the ending, Liz Air just hits the floor and like waves her arms around. She's like, God, she's in space, free falling.
We need to see like another replay of like the top camera or something just to see Liz go in.
Oh my goodness, that was amazing. Like just the intelligence to shoot that and to get it so on target. Oh, that's brought some life back into Carlton. Uh-oh.
Because it almost felt like it was AFL because she had to go around her target in front of her and then left boot it. So it's like...
It was so accurate too. Like, so many people miss those.
And to have it to a position to go over the head of Liz Air. Wow.
My goodness. That is, you know what?
Goal of the game.
Goal of the cup. Well, that.
And a disappointing turnaround for Carlton there as Fitzroy dominating in their forward half and first goal for Danny Gadauge in this game. 5-1 now, and you see it was end to end. So Gadauge gets that ball first for Scalzo to Kapok. 2 against 1.
Look,
defensive error right there from Carlton and Gadauge.
You can't do anything there. When it's 2-on-1 and you get in that position, you tap it off. You just have to pray. And even then.
And I was actually thinking about Carlton should call a timeout right now just to slow it all down. And they have done so. So let's just take a little break and we'll see you after this.
Against Ate, passes the ball off,
didn't give up,
and he goes to the back post and taps it in. So yeah, Kevin.
Almost chance, yeah, Bezapur gets around for Taya, and he makes it 1-0. And the freight train.
Oh, we do!
And Berat Bezapur, never seen wounded. Bezapur, can he finish? Bezapur, and it's Berat Bezapur, who have 3. All now really on loose ends, and there it is, Bezapur. He doesn't make sure. He doesn't. And they make it 9-1 with 20 seconds left to go. It's been... lucky!
Welcome back. It's 15 minutes left to go in this game, and Fitzroy have got their kicking boots on. They're dominating with scoring 4 goals in about 8 minutes. Carlton scoring that terrific goal from keeper and captain Paige Daly. They've just got to keep taking their chances now. I feel like the game's already out of the bag. Just take some risk, Carlton. Doesn't matter if the goal is going to be 10-1 or whatever. Just keep kind of rolling the dice and trying new things. I feel like that's what Carlton needs to do in this game.
Yeah, have some fun with it as well. You know, it's the cup. It's not the league. I mean, personally, I would value the league over the cup anyway. And just, oh my goodness. You're down 3 players. Yeah, it was good. Fuck. You're down 3 players like that are core members of your team as well. So you can't be too disappointed with yourself. You're playing very well against arguably one of the best teams. Do I even say arguably? I just say one of the best teams. And so
the top 2 teams of this competition.
The top 2 teams, yeah. So don't be too hard. Go out there, try something new, get a goal, play around. You might find something that works.
Yeah, get a goal. Maybe take some fouls. I don't know.
Take some fouls. Change the sport.
Change the sport.
Make a UFC match instead.
Oh, who was that? Was that Diana Frascalzo just finding the pinpoint bottom right-hand corner of the goal. Just slow and fast. I don't think Paige Daly had reaction time on that. Let's see the replay.
Wow, yeah, she just comes in, great interception, and it's just too far into the bottom right. You can't get that perfectly.
I feel the reflex of Paige wasn't there.
Well, it was very much in the bottom corner. That's always hard.
You can say from her right when she split saves, but the left just needs to work a bit more on it.
It did roll a little slow, didn't it?
Yeah, that's what I feel like. Sometimes if you overreact, it may not go the direction it intends. But feel like she needed a probably split save there, and right into the inside the D for Scalzo. A bit disappointed with herself. Wants the hat trick. Corner kick to Diana for Scalzo. Had to lay it off to Steph Otto. Goes wide, and defensive work coming from Salakides. Throw-in option wasn't there. Otto. Cadell was there lurking the back post, but she moved away, and that ball now goes into a throw-in for Carlton.
Maybe she can hit a hat trick of goalkeeper kicks, Paige Daly.
Why not? I don't know if that's happened before.
Ever? Surely. Surely one person's kicked a hat trick as a goalkeeper.
I have to go back in the archives. It's been a while. It's been quite a while. The only person I can think of is Christine Fanua. She's one of the top goalkeepers that can score goals, but she's just been missing, and I think she's played for Northcote that used to be with us. Before that was Westside. But yeah, Northcote was here for a while. I'm not sure the reason why it folded. Was it the men's team that, or was it Pascaval? I'm confused of all the...
There's so many teams.
Baldwin, actually. No, Baldwin was the one that...
Folded.
That was disqualified from the men's SFV, and then the women's team also had to fold as well.
Okay. I wonder... So this is the cup. Hopefully there'll be some new additions into the league.
Hopefully. It'll be very interesting. Keep things interesting. New players. Change the dynamic. I think they are looking. So if you have a team where you know players form a team, there is a spot free, or spots free.
Spots free, yeah.
We're not going to say no if more teams want to join in.
Hopefully, plus it's that mid-year kind of time, so like you have less responsibility in the outdoor scene. That can always play a big part in it too. So hopefully we see at least 2 more teams, and hopefully Western United come through with the women's team.
That'll be pretty interesting. They've already got a men's team in SFV, or I think they've just they did. If only they had a women's team to come on board, that would be such exposure as well to the game and to the women's sports. A lot of talent out there. Saw the recruitment, a lot of them, I think Evolution recruited a few, and AQ got a few from their outdoor scene. So there's definitely players out there, and they're really good futsal players too. So bring it on.
It's going to be definitely an interesting next season.
Can't wait.
The storyline's going to be set for like a Fitzroy Evolution like re-battle.
That's going to continue on for many seasons. I don't think that rivalry is going to end anytime soon. As long as both teams are in the competition, it's going to remain that way for forever, really. So defensive work counter not on for Carlton. Amy just took a shot at it anyway. Why not? Dharma Georgie opts to go wide to Friscalzo. Steph Otto wants to lay it off for a bit. Friscalzo charges forward. Paige Daly thought she was protected in that area. Long throw. Who was there? Mariella Begang. Back-to-back throwing from both sides. As Friscalzo falls to the ground. Referee says play on. Chance here for Carlton. The pass just didn't connect to Mariella Begang. She lurking there as counter is on for Fitzroy. Ball goes wide. So 9 minutes to go. I feel like this half is going slower than the first half.
I think the added goals and Fitzroy have they look more dangerous now. Because you had a few go in, you're like, oh no. Every time they get in front of the D, you're like, wow, they're probably going to score here. They're on form. And that's what happens when you're on form. Never mind.
I feel like there's a curse here in the box. The moment you say anything positive about a team, the opposite occurs on the pitch.
Yeah,
or on the court, sorry. Like
I just single-handedly destroy teams.
What are you doing here,
It's kind of a cool superpower. It's kind of a cool superpower. So then they'll take on either Preston or AKU. That's going to be an absolute banger of a game.
If only if you have the finals and Preston comes in with full form with the squad they had when they versed each other.
I would be worried if I was Preston, though. Fitzroy definitely have a point to prove, and they will go full beast mode, you know? Next level, like, they're just killers, this team. These guys are absolute predators.
Yeah, in for the kill is set piece right now, and which killing device will they use? Claudio Friscalzo. Did that go in?
Yep.
Oh my word. Killing machine, goal scoring machine. Claudia Friscalzo gets her hat trick for the semi-finals. Which weapon did she use on that occasion?
I think it was a right foot. I don't know. Where's the replay, I wonder? Replay not popping up.
Just want to see. Oh, was that own goal?
Oh, no.
Did Salikidis tap that in?
I hope not. Let's see.
Or was Claudia Friscalzo got her foot on it? Let's see. It was quite a close contact, so we have to...
I don't know. I
think
know.
Claudia did get a foot on it because Katrina Salikidis just fell right on top of Paige Daly and got a pretty hard fall too and tumble.
True. I mean, there's nothing worse than scoring an own goal. I know from experience. It's just unlucky.
But I think Claudia Friscalzo would have got the last boot on it.
That'll be her fourth?
Fourth.
Jeez. They really stepped up in the second. Oh!
Was that Amy Whiting? It's kind of like dribble it's in.
If it was just a little bit more to the right, it would have just been a goal.
Like hit the post.
Yeah, Lizaire was kind of beaten there.
Oh, they're on now, Fitzroy. Each player wants to get a pick of the cherry. Those that haven't scored yet is Rebecca Berry, Elizabeth Eyre, and Steph Otto.
I think, again, we said it, it comes to play. The lack of players is probably the reason Carlton is slowing down at the moment. Just the fitness to have, how many players? 6 on the team sheet playing all the time. One rotation, one on the bench. That's too much when the other team has
got 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've been doing double substitutions.
Double subs.
So
wow.
2 on, 2 off.
Yeah. It like those little at this level, any little advantage is a massive advantage.
The counter is on, but it's the second touch. They get the first touch right, and then the second touch, there's just really no one there to go. So pass intercepted there from Fitzroy is Berry. Counter is on once again. Mariella, good touch from Dharma Georgie. Can this be a goal? No, the final touch from Mariella Begains had to be there. As Fitzroy now on the counter, turn from M. Kapok. Carrero wins her side a throw or kick in, but that's where Carlton is lacking. They just need a bit of composure.
Composure. That was a 3-on-1. So you really need to make the most there. I mean, is that too obvious to say? Maybe they should have looked to pass across goal, got themselves into a better position to make it easier. In that case, they kind of fumbled it a little bit, but at the moment you can kind of see Fitzroy there's about 3 players drifting forward at any one time. They're all trying to chip in, like you said, so they might be able to get one with the counter.
Well, the first attempt, Paige will save it. And then when the next ball follows through, that's when you got to keep going on and go. You know, they're hungry, as you mentioned before, they're predators. They just want to continue scoring at all cost, down to the wire. Doesn't matter what the scoreline is, they're just continuing with
to score. They just want to score. That's their whole aim. Win and score as many goals as possible. Make the other team embarrassed.
Well, it looks like the crowd's building up for Preston and AKU. You know that Preston always bring in such a crowd, and makes an impact when you've got one team that are cheering on. Oh, Steph Otto, there is that for Fitzroy. She's got now her name on the scoreboard.
I mean, look, Fitzroy just know how to work the goals, and they just play so well as a team, the chemistry, just to line up that run and to know that she's going to be at that back post. It's like they look at each other, they know exactly the play they're going to run. She taps it in at the back post. 9-1, what are you going to do?
And that goal was brilliant. It was just curved in between the defender and the keeper in the near post. Like, that's tricky to do. We're talking about near post. The keepers are always there. So to kind of have that curl in.
Oh,
Danny Goodowd is on the move. I think she was getting a bit tugged there, but nevertheless, she still had a shot at goal.
Carlton just need to get one more, just to have, just to have a goal, just to have like, they already have a really the best goal of the game, but
Paige just needs a footy kick again. That's all
Yeah.
she needs to do. She needs to make Lizaire go forward again, because she's gonna, like, Liz hasn't moved outside of her D since that goal has been scored. You haven't seen her.
literally,
out.
she's like doesn't want to be embarrassed like that again.
Yeah. Yeah, so you see her now. She hasn't like left that area.
Look, that was if we had like a highlight reel of like just embarrassing moments, that would be on there. So she
Normally
knows
there
it.
is like a bloopers, and they do
There
put
should
that
be.
funny like clown music on.
Yeah, because that's gonna be on the top, one of the top. But just the way she fell back, not even getting done like that.
She's just on her feet, and just there was nothing you can do like in that situation. You fall back, and unless something stops you from falling, you're just gonna lose your feet.
Oh,
And speaking of losing feet, Paige Daly went down too early, and that makes Claudia Frascalzo's 5th goal here in the semi-finals.
look how she hits the top corner.
She used Paige Daly as a ramp. Look,
Wow,
on, it's just bam.
that's composure.
When you thought like before she was aiming for, the stars out of space, that was out of space through the netting.
Yeah, that one was like the right type of space.
Yeah, she was a bit closer to goal on this one, and
Well, there's only 1 minute 36 left to play. And they hit the roof. Wow. Carlton it's just their offensive limitations. That's mainly what, it wouldn't be 10-1 if they had more offense. Simple as that. If Araha, we keep saying it, but it's just the fact, the cold hard facts. If they were there, this game would be a little bit different.
even like Beck Catterwell to control the ball in the
Yeah.
mid area. So from the back, they can get it out, but then after that, they struggle a bit to find any loose players, and Fitzroy just tagged them time and time again. So they haven't got anyone there to hold the ball
Yeah.
or run that ball down the line. That's where Amanda comes in. That's where Beck comes in.
Just that little, even just having the extra players again for the
Yeah.
stamina reasons, that would make a big difference.
Well, back to the drawing board and things to work on for next season, especially when they face teams like Fitzroy and Evolution. Just got to pick and go, how do we compete with these top tier teams? How do we, overturn and win the ball and create opportunities? Because each time they move the ball, Fitzroy is just there on their toes. They don't give them any breathing space whatsoever.
I think it's a time thing. These are all, Carlton's just is also a very young core. So that's kind of their whole philosophy. So they just need the time to develop as well. And Fitzroy have played together for a very, very long time. So that has to play a part in it.
Absolutely. The chemistry, what each player's role is and how they run and when they run and how they're going to lay off the ball to you.
Ooh,
Oh, was that from Salakides?
not bad.
Bit too late for that for Carlton, but for them, first half, one of the best halves we've seen from them. I think it's that 2 goals in a minute just kind of really threw them off in the second half.
Yeah. kind of put the storyline of the game into bed. You knew what was going to happen after those 2-3 come in. You're like, well.
Yep, the book has already been written. Close it all, the end. It's all the chapters all written, and Fitzroy have a one-way ticket to the Futsal Oz Cup, and they will verse the winners of the next game. Again, congratulations to Fitzroy. Tremendous effort, 10-1 against the Heart. Heart, not their day, not their game, just from the get-go. But credit to them, probably got themselves a, goal of the game?
Maybe goal of the cup. Who knows? They got one on Lizaire. That's what they got.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we might have a play interview right after this. If not, no interview, never mind. We'll cut to the next stream after this. We'll see you then.